Hello, children. All right. Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice is open because I finished working on the other project, finished a bunch of taxes. And I was like, oh, we haven't done this in a while. So, Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice is now open for enrollment. It will be open for enrollment until March 25th. So, do not procrastinate if you were serious about. By the way, procrastination tends to correlate with bad finances. So, there's another problem. But if you've been waiting to take this course, which a couple of you have actually emailed me, which I'll email you back, go ahead, take it. You do not have to finish the course by the 25th. This is just the enrollment period. There's usually some confusion about that. Like, I only got a week to take it. It's like 7 or 8 hours. Like, yeah. Wait till you see the next course I did. This is just the enrollment. Gives you about a week to enroll. Work off your hangover this weekend and St. Patty's Day and all that. And then you have 45 days to complete the course. So that is, and that should be more than enough time. And I hope it's not so boring. I hope it is actually deep and philosophical and actually intellectually stimulating enough you might enjoy the course. Because I'm not joking, guys. I nailed it. I don't think there's another product out there like it. Because instead of like, well, just spend less than you make, I'm like, it's an addiction. It's an addiction to spending, harkening back to the olden days of survival and caveman days. People are inherently lazy. You don't just wish that away with decision making. And so, if you're one of these sad Zoomer saps, I'll probably talk about it later. Who took out as much in car loans as you did student debt? Cause you're gonna get the girls with the car, bro. You definitely need this course. And as always, I don't want to hear a complaint about the price. It's $450. I have it that much on account. I'm greedy. Well, that's obviously one of them. But no one takes anything. None of you take anything seriously unless you pay a price. And I want you actually to one little bit of moral fiber within Cappy is I do want you to get out of debt. I do want you to stop living paycheck to paycheck. And I do want the financial nightmare to end for all of you. But it ain't going to happen unless you get a swift kick in the nuts. Speaking of which, have you noticed how just blowing dirt up your chute, like your parents and the media and the Democrats and the corporations, like, oh my God, you're brave and amazing. YOLO, where does you, hang on. Where did YOLO get you? Oh, that's great. That's a good video right there. Millennials are now 40 years old. Where did YOLO get you? I'm going to do that video. Where did it get you guys? Hey. I forgot what my original train of thought was. Oh yeah, your car loan. So don't complain to me about a one-time $500 payment because it's $450 plus tax. And depending on how many of you voted for Democrats is going to determine the ultimate price at the end. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it when you have a phone payment plan. I don't want to hear it when you have a Air Jordan shoes payment plan. I am now always offered a payment plan on Amazon on anything I purchase. A payment plan on it's so common now. No, I don't want to hear, oh my God, you're charging that much money. Just spend less than you make. If it was so easy, then why aren't you guys doing it? I think a friend of mine was telling me that half the boomers, the younger boomers, 55 to 64, half of them don't even have savings. Forget retirement plan. They don't even have that. They don't have no freaking savings. I don't know. You want to become boomers? Parents are going to be asking to move back in with you, but you're living with them. It's going to be all very confusing. Well, who's living with who? What do you mean reverse mortgage? I can't wait till the youngins learn about what a reverse mortgage is. You all think you're going to inherit the house. You'll get the house, but there'll be a mortgage on it. So there you go. I don't know. Here, simply, do you want your financial nightmare to end? You do? Take this course. And not only take the course, do what's in it. Okay? Just a recommendation. It closes on the 25th. Also linked below if you expand on the details of this video. Or I apologize before I get ahead of myself. So the link to the minimalism course is linked below. Below that link is a link to another course, the one I just published yesterday, called The Dad You Never Had. It is 12 hours long. It is only $149 because I actually do feel pity. You did not control whether or not you had a dad in your life or whether your dad taught you worth a damn or not. And so that one we do talk about we do talk about minimalism a little bit. So if you want something on the cheaper, that's less deep dive and just kind of gives you the general basic tenets, you could take that one. But along with that comes 11 and a half hours of other stuff, like how to manage your finances, 401ks, IRAs, all that other stuff, buying a home, rental property, what should you study, what should you major in. As I've said before, if you've tuned into me and read Basham Pad Economics, How Not to Become a Millennial, you've been tuning into Red Pill Philosophy and Wisdom for, say, the past 3, 4, 5 years, you probably don't need it unless there's like, go look at it. You could go link on it. The outline is right there. Maybe there's something that you haven't covered in your podcast listening or book listening, but take a look at it. See if there's something that you could gain. I kept the price reasonably affordable, but I had to charge something because, okay, that's 12 hours recording time. That says nothing about the outlines and the thinking and the diagramming and the PowerPoint presentation programming and the logical flow. Took a lot of time. And I also took other real fathers. You know, I'm not a dad. I'm just your older brother. I took Rollo, Red Pill Thor, Rich Cooper, Phil Foster, who else? Other guys who actually have raised children and put their advice in there as well. So if you like, oh, 450 is a little pricey for me, well, maybe you got some other areas you can work on. I think I covered them all. I don't know. I don't think there was a stone left unturned. I was like, man, this is a lot. And so you'll definitely want to save the PowerPoint presentation on that just to take the notes. So there you go. I hope to see I hope to see you guys in either class. They are not going to hurt. Be tall, young, and attractive for $5. Just received the menu in the mail and have been reading it nonstop and am blown away. Thank you, Be Tall. One of the most important writings of our time. Yeah, I'm very curious what you have. All right, let's be honest. Do you read a lot? Because I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's the greatest book ever. One of the most important writings of our time. I think it's practical. It's the most practical one, or one of the more practical ones. But yeah, half you ain't getting married. And that's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. Half you aren't going to get married and half the women aren't going to have kids. Take it up with the rise of the she economy. Look that up. Dave, 128 for $2. Should I study art theory, music therapy in college? You should get doctorates in both, and you should take out as many loans as possible, and especially have your parents co-sign your loans. Okay? That will end. And if you don't make six figures, you go blame the Republicans in the Senate. It's always the Republicans in the Senate's fault. All right? Because they didn't create a job so that you could play your acoustic guitar and write sappy crap trying to impress the girls with hairy armpits. All right, so there you guys are. That's about it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.